Some of these folks have been in the traffic for hours. As that snow started to really come down this afternoon, they left work early. That caught a lot of folks in a nightmare of a commute. Lots of folks are simply unprepared for these conditions.
And our crews have seen it firsthand. That includes our Lisa Balick live tonight in Mobile 6. You've been watching this yourself for hours. Tell us what you've seen. I know it's been a lot of accidents too.
Absolutely. Well, the good news, as Natasha just mentioned, is that the snow has stopped for the moment. But I'll tell you, insurance companies, tow truck drivers will be very busy tomorrow. Take a look. I want you to take a look outside here at Mobile 6 right now. What we're seeing, we're on Southwest Clay, getting up here by Southwest 6, and it is incredible. This is an area that people are trying still to get to Highway 26. As you can see in front of us, cars are stuck. We saw one car turned around just here about a block up. It has been a mess all day. I want you also to take a look at what we have seen in the past few hours. Surprise and frustration, as many downtown drivers ran into the unexpected.
I've never seen it this bad, so this is pretty extreme.
A Catlin Gables school bus stuck on a hill by the Multnomah Athletic Club on Southwest Salmon. Meanwhile, other drivers squeezed by, dangerously close to others trying to put on chains.
The bus tried to get up the hill and it just didn't make it.
The kids on board did get off safely and went into the Mac Club. Walkers watched all the mayhem, glad they were not behind the wheel.
It's just a cluster of cars that have no traction, and it's turned into a big jumble.
Definitely warned about it. Wasn't going to snow.
Just out here doing photography myself, though, and kind of enjoying the just being outside.
Obviously, it's lovely if you're on foot and you're not stuck and you're not trying to get home.
A lot of exasperated drivers, many unprepared for getting home in the snow. But we also saw some whose home is out here, even in the freezing weather. Now we're back here live. You're taking a look at Southwest Clay, people trying to get on to 26. Clearly not going far very fast. We've got some cars that are turned around up ahead here, and this is the way it's been all afternoon, all evening. It is still a mess, even though, as Natasha mentioned, the snow has stopped, but we're told expect icy conditions on the roads in the morning. If you've made it home, that's what's going to be happening tomorrow, and you'll probably have to get that scraper out in the morning if you park your car outside to get that ice off as well. Back to you.
All right, Lisa Balick, you know, some of the heaviest amounts of snow fell on Portland's east side, and you talk about nightmare traffic. You should see some of the side roads there in the side streets.
A similar story, as we just have seen people all day long going into night inching along their way. Our Jamie Seymour watching out for you tonight, tracking those road conditions and with what you need to know. Jamie?
Yeah, we've been roaming much of the east side this evening, and right now we're along Grand near the convention center, and you can see this has caused a traffic nightmare for some. We found a FedEx truck that had jackknifed. They have disconnected it now, but we saw another semi trying to get through here. Cars have been trying to get through. It's just been an absolute mess. We originally intended to be live in Troutdale this evening, but it became clear when it took us over 2 hours to get from downtown to Northeast Gleason and 50th near Providence that just was not going to happen. And that was the case for many other drivers as well.
Long lines of cars bumper to bumper as traffic was slow moving in Portland's east side, from the freeways to most side streets like Gleason and Belmont. Much of the delay involving any traffic moving east from the city center. Those few braving the commute on foot say they were surprised to see just how much snow came down.
I was not expecting this much snow. When I left work earlier, everyone was getting a bit panicked, and I just hadn't looked at the weather report. And down in Clackamas, it was a little bit better. So I was completely bewildered when I started to head home, and it just got worse and worse.
We caught up with Ewan Harrison as he returned to Providence, Portland in the Northeast as the heavy side street traffic continued.
Temperatures get lower and it gets more icy. I think it'll be more dangerous. So I'm seeing too many people out driving, but hopefully they'll get home safely and then stop.
As the night progressed, winds and blowing snow made visibility tough. On side streets around the hospital, many cars were stuck heading up the hills, tires spinning and some putting on chains in the middle of the road. Others attempted to drive with no visibility, not bothering to clean off their windows before heading down the messy streets. We even saw at least one TriMet bus stuck. Other parts of East Multnomah County also saw the brunt of the heavy snow, with roads like Buxton closed in Troutdale. And Gresham police say they responded to multiple crashes, spun out cars, and cars into trees and street signs, making it hard to get to 911 calls, calling the East County roads hazardous and urging people to stay where they're at if at all possible.
In the last couple hours, many of those snow-packed side streets and even main streets like here on Grand are getting slick as these dropping temperatures turn all of that slush you see into ice. And these temps will continue through the morning commute, so try not to get out anytime overnight or in the morning. But if you do have to get out and drive, make sure you are prepared. You have snow tires on or snow chains, and take things slow. Reporting live in Northeast Portland, Jamie Seymour, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Jamie. Another area seeing heavy snow all day, Southwest Washington. Clark County's public works crews have been out since before dawn this morning, trying to keep roads clear as thousands of people face power outages. They tell us the slush and snow is turning to ice tonight. Officials urging residents to simply stay off the roads.
Car leaves the roadway, goes off into the ditch, or hits a pole somewhere. I mean, not only is that, obviously very traumatic for the person involved, but that can cut power to sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands of customers at once.
The reality is it will not be all